Again, everyone, and welcome to a brand new edition of Big Time Sports. If you're a high school football fan, you have come to the right place because we are exactly 1 week away from the beginning of the 2025 high school football season. And if you're new to Big Time Sports, is this the first time you've watched our program, I want to remind you each week we have a different high school football coach and player to discuss their team and their season. Also, we have big play-by-play coverage every weekend. And of course, this weekend, with the Big Time Sports season beginning, we've got 3 games on opening week of the 2025 season. Beginning on Thursday night, 1 week from tonight, I'll be over at Canton Central Catholic along with Dave Sheets to bring you the game between the Perry Panthers and the Crusaders of Canton Central Catholic. The very next night, I'll be over at Green High School for the big game between Indian Valley and the Green Bulldogs. Meanwhile, Charlie Jones and his crew will be at Woody Hayes Stadium down in New Philly for the big game between Louisville and the Quakers of New Philadelphia. So 3 games for you right here on Big Time Sports on our opening weekend of play. In addition to those 3 games, there's a lot of big games all over the area in week number 1. Some of the ones we'll be most interested in. How about Glenville at Massillon? That will be one of the better games in the entire state of Ohio. A good Buchtel team be over at Hoover. Meanwhile, Lake will be over at South Range. McKinley at Warren Harding. Norton will be at Northwest. And that Thursday night tradition continues, this time down at Fairless. Sandy Valley will be at Fairless, and Chardon will be at Jackson, as we just mentioned. And talking about Jackson, no better team to begin our coverage tonight than the defending co-champions of the Federal League, the Jackson Polar Bears. Head coach Jay Rohr is here with some players. We're coming right back to talk Jackson football right after this. Okay.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
You're only as good as your people. And what we've done here is that we've created a culture where people flourish.
We don't want it to be a transaction. We want it to be something where there's a consultative approach, a relationship that allows us to really, 1, ensure our customer the right way, but then 2, to let them understand the value of getting to work with us.
It's an extreme amount of satisfaction for this team that we have right now. We've developed a team that is solely based on relationships.
Rabbit Landscaping is Northeast Ohio's premier residential and commercial landscaping establishment in Jackson Township. They provide an ample amount of services including landscape design, hardscapes, deck and fence installations, outdoor lighting, lawn maintenance, leaf removal, and snow removal. Rabbit Landscaping aims to provide a quality, trustworthy landscaping service to your area. Call for a free quote at 330-936-7616.
Okay, welcome back to Big Time Sports. As we said, our featured team this week, no better team to start with than last year's co-champions of the Federal League, the Jackson Polar Bears, who welcome in their head football coach, Jay Rohr. And I cannot say this about any other coach we're going to have on for the remainder of the season. I watched this guy play most of his high school games, and I saw every game he played up at the University of Akron. So, Coach, I can't say that about anybody but you, and welcome to the program.
Hey, Joe, I appreciate you guys having us. So
I'll tell you what, it was a great career at Jackson, and then a great career up at Akron. But before we talk about your team, tell us a little bit about last year, because that was a special year. You went to 8-4, 5-1 in the Federal League, won a playoff game. So I know you wish you would go a little farther, but looking back, that had to make you smile a little bit after it was finally over.
Absolutely. You know, again, they always talk about how many years it takes to kind of make it your own culture and put things in your own way. And again, that was year 3 for myself and our coaching staff. And we had a great senior class, a great group of leaders. I know I got this year's captains with us tonight, but I had tremendous captains and bought into the culture that myself and the rest of the coaching staff were implementing. And you alluded to it, 5-1 in the Federal League, ended up 8-4 overall. Just an overall really good season. But again, couldn't be happy for a great group of kids that we had last year as a senior class, and obviously the parents that were involved in the support was tremendous as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when you have a season like that, you lose a lot of talented players. We don't want to go over every player he left. We fans that watch the big-time sports games on TV know those guys. But now you got a brand new group. Who are some of the guys that you're counting on this year to step up and replace some of those guys that won a championship for you last year?
Yeah, it would do me a disservice to not name the guys that are in this room right now. But it starts to the guy to the left of me. He's a 4-year starter, and again, there's only been 2 in the history of Jackson, myself and this young man to my left, Lucas Eckerman. Again, just a tremendous player. We have the utmost confidence in him and his abilities and his ability to lead. You know, the other guys that are with me today is again a multi-talented player here on a 2-way guy in Max Cowes, who's a receiver, defensive back. Our tight end, and he's going to play some DN this year, is Keegan Stanley. The only returning starter on our offensive line coming back, Zach Mendel. And then again, we have a youngster that also played on the D-line last year as a sophomore. The first time in my 4 years as head coach to bring in a junior as a captain that was voted upon amongst his peers. So we have 41 guys that graduated last year. Yeah. We have a lot of roles to fill, and these guys know it. And to be honest, Joe, I try not to talk too much about last year and the accolades of winning a Federal League championship, because again, it starts over. Yeah. And you know, that's something I said to these guys, that it's their turn and their legacy on what they want to accomplish and what they want to get done this year. So we've kind of turned that page, but we have tremendous athletes on this football team, great leadership with the guys that are here right now. We're looking forward to a great season.
Before we talk to your quarterback, at least on paper, Coach, what do you think the strength of your team is going into this season?
Again, I'm going to say our skill.
Okay.
We have tremendous skill. I believe that we can compete with anybody in the county with the skill set that we have. But we also know deep down, and I preach it, it's not what's going to win us football games. We got to be able to execute from a physicality standpoint and in the trenches, and that's both on the offense and defensive line. And again, you can say and give every excuse in the book that tells us that we shouldn't be good, only returning 1 guy. But again, the leaders that I have next to me, our coaching staff, we know that we have the guys on this football team to, again, have another great season.
Well, Lucas, welcome to the program. This is it. Final year of high school football. It's going by so quick, because I can remember as a young freshman and following your career through your junior year, and now you're a senior. How fast is that going for you? You look back and you come into the program as maybe a 15-year-old sophomore. How quick is it going for you?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's already senior year. I mean, I feel like just like yesterday I was a freshman, getting my chance to play on varsity, but it's crazy that I'm already a senior.
Yeah, this is pretty much your football team right now. You've been around almost as long as some of the coaches, and now you've got a young group, a group maybe that hasn't played together. What are some of the things you want to do as a leader to bring this group together and win another championship?
You know, Coach Rohr has been on me all off season and this like camp season to just being a better leader and really instilling like last year's values that our team had on this year's team with all the new players that we have. And I feel like I'm most excited for just getting back out there and playing week 1, Chardon.
We talked about losing a lot of talented players off last year's championship team. The chemistry you developed between your wide receivers and some of the backs coming out of the backfield, how have you worked on that this preseason? You lost some good receivers. Calando was one of the guys I remember, and Satterfield coming out of the backfield. The chemistry you developed, how's that going right now?
It's good. You know, our offensive coordinator, he's made it vital that I have good communication back there with our running backs so that we're both on the same page and that nothing gets messed up. And receivers, we have Max Cowes coming back. He's a good one. Yeah. And Keegan Stanley, a tight end. He can catch passes too. He's pretty good. So I'm not too worried about it.
You know, you are known around the area as an outstanding quarterback, throwing quarterback. You can run the football too. Tell us the decision you've got to make quickly as you look downfield, maybe nobody's open. When does it pop in? I got to take off and run with it. Was that kind of instinctive, I guess?
It's kind of an instinct. It's kind of like an internal clock, I would say. I mean, some plays, you know, you may have more time than others. Depends on the concept that's going on downfield and stuff. But I would just say I always try to keep my head down, eyes downfield, and make plays.
Yeah. How much are you going to miss high school football? I know you're hoping to play at the next level, but you've been around this program so long that Friday nights are typically putting on that jersey for that Jackson across the jersey. How tough is it going to be to put that away?
It's going to be pretty tough, but I'm not even thinking about right now. I'm thinking about Hoban tomorrow and week 1 against Chardon.
Yeah. With that same question, what are some of the things you do mentally to get ready on a Friday night? Is there some special things you eat, special music you listen to? Are you superstitious? How's it all unfold for you when you come to school on Friday, looking ahead to kickoff on Friday night?
So on Friday, I usually just, before the games, I always have a Jimmy John's Slim 5 sub. That's all I have.
Yeah.
I just go out there and play.
Of course, you're a team leader right now. When you came into the program, as you mentioned, as a young sophomore, who were some of the guys that took you under their wing and showed you what a leader should be, and maybe you're teaching the young guys on this team how to be a leader?
I would say Kyle Benson and Anthony Feline really showed me what it. They really showed me how to be a leader, especially Kyle Benson, my sophomore year.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great year for you. Open up that opening game against a real good Chardon team, traditionally one of the better programs in the state. They've won a lot of championships. So best of luck in that opener, and best of luck in your football career.
Thank you.
Got a good one, Coach. It's always great when you bring the season back and you got an established quarterback. That's one thing you don't have to worry about.
That's exactly it. I can tell you right now, whether you bring back a lot of guys or you don't, when you bring it back a 4-year starting quarterback, it certainly makes things a lot easier, especially on the offense side of the ball.
Exactly. Coach, stay put. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll welcome in another Jackson Polar Bear as we get ready for the 2025 season, which opens next week all over the state of Ohio. Don't go away. We're right back after this.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
Certified by the American Lighting Association, Furbay's Light Shop is your go-to for all lighting needs, residential, commercial, or industrial. Our experts assist with every detail, from bulb size and fixture type to designing layouts. Visit us for hands-on displays showcasing various fixtures, or log in to furbay.com/lightshop. Let us help you visualize the perfect light for your space. Whether you need advice or want to explore lighting options, stop by or log in to Furbay's Light Shop today and see how we can brighten your project.
Okay, welcome back to Big Time Sports as we continue our conversation with Jackson head football coach Jay Rohr. Polar Bears open up the season at home. I think they're the Hilltoppers of Chardon, and they are an outstanding football team. Should be a great game for you folks over in Jackson. I know you'll fill the stadium for that one. Coach, I looked at their schedule. 6 home games this year. That's got to be a plus for you.
Yes, I don't want to contradict what you're saying there, Joe, but that's it's still up in the air right now.
I think you had a team from New York.
We just found out a week 3 game was canceled with a team out of
is that right?
Ontario, Canada. We thought we had something else lined up, and then that just got canceled on Monday. And so we think we have a week 3 game now. It's a team that's coming to Jackson out of Buffalo, New York. So
yeah, I saw that on the internet
today. 6 home game.
Was that St. Francis, I think?
It is St. Francis, yep.
Pretty good program.
It is a good program.
So there you got 6 games. You'll also, I think week 2, you got Austin Town Fitch. Week 4, you're home to Mayfield. So you got 4 games prior to the Federal League. And talking about the Federal League, I know you're not going to say anything detrimental about any program, but at least who are some of the teams you think are really going to be at the top this year? Started probably with McKinley, I would guess.
Yeah, you're asking a great thing. Really quick, the players didn't even know about the St. Francis team, so now they're all in.
Well, this will be on. Maybe the fans will find out before they do. I don't know.
Amen. But no, I don't really know the prediction in the Federal League, to be honest with you. I know this. You know, hats off again. Congratulations to Spencer Lino getting hired at Perry. A tremendous guy that's coming over from Massillon. Just that's each team all together. I mean, I have all due respect to all those coaches that coach in the Federal League. It is one of the most difficult leagues.
You're right.
In the state of Ohio. It's certainly not easy to win, but you know, we're all in it for the kids, and each one of those guys, I know them and their staff do a tremendous job coaching those guys. I do. Always got to look at ourselves and McKinley. I personally believe in that way, just because, again, those are the two teams that won it a year ago.
Sure.
So everyone should have a target on our backs between us and McKinley, and I think it's up for anyone to take.
Yep. Got a young man sitting next to you. It's going to be key for you. Why don't you introduce him?
Yeah, to the left of me now is a two-year starter for us on the offense and defensive side. He's a receiver that's coming back with a lot of game experience, and one of our leading tacklers on our defensive side is Max Cowles.
Welcome to the program. Always been a wide receiver?
Yeah, I mean, I was a quarterback when I was in like Pee Wee football, but no, receiver for most part.
So you're one of those little guys that I see over in South Park on Saturday mornings years ago catching footballs. You're one of those little guys.
Oh, yeah.
Always wide receiver. So tell us about your progress as a wide receiver. You had some pretty good guys ahead of you all the way through the program. Did you learn a lot from those guys?
Oh, yeah. I always looked up to, Kyle Benson, Anthony Fieldline, like Lucas mentioned, they were great leaders. Satterfield, too, every time he could go out, get some passes. But, yeah, I always looked up to them. Always try to key some things they did into my own weapons to use. So, yeah, they were great leaders. They were great people to look up to. So,
when you come out of the huddle, you see the defense. They're set up maybe man-to-man or in type of zone press coverage. What do you like to run against, and what do you feel more comfortable running against your patterns?
Coach Bartlewell, we got all sorts of choice routes. Those are my favorite. I get to kind of have leeway to pick and choose what way I can run based on what defense does.
Yeah, we talked about the chemistry with Lucas, and Coach just said you guys worked hard in the off season.
Yep.
Tell us about that and some of the things you accomplished working so hard during the off season.
I mean, me and Eck have always been like bread and butter since 8th grade. So even before that, we were hanging out and everything. So chemistry goes a long way, especially on Friday nights. But yeah, even the off season, I remember 5 months ago, just going to the Hall of Fame and just running routes on air, catching balls from Eck and everything, getting the routes done.
Of course, I've been to a lot of Jackson games through the years, and it's a great stadium to play in, a lot of great atmosphere. What's it like for you to come on that field? Maybe the first time you got into a varsity game after maybe going to the games when you were a little kid, and finally, here it comes. Friday night lights, Coach points at you to go in. Can you remember that and what it felt like?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was probably one of the best feelings of my life, just being in front of your hometown, the music, the band, everyone screaming, just probably one of the best feelings ever.
Yeah. How do you prepare, again, on a Friday? We talked to Lucas about what he does on a Friday. How do you prepare mentally now for a game? When does it finally kick in that you got to prepare on a Friday?
Yeah, I try just to keep it like a regular day, just not get too worked up over it, just be loose, be myself. And one thing I always do before games, pray, and just go out on the field and have fun.
Of course, during the day, you've got to hit the books, and time management is important. So how do you fit everything in? You come to school, you go to class, go to practice. You got to come back and hit the books. You got to get some food in your tummy. So how do you fit all that in?
I mean, I kind of just say it again. Just be like relaxed about it. You don't got to work up over it. Just get the school-wise bare minimum done. Not bare minimum, but not too much. You don't got to hit the books too crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't got to work over too much with school. Yeah, it's football most of the day. So.
Now, what's your future look like after you leave Jackson? What are your plans for college? You hope to play at the next level, or what are you going to study? And 10 years down the road, what are you going to see you doing?
I can't tell you. I have no set plan right now. I'm not really sure. So.
Your set plan is to beat Chardon the first game of the
really
season. Take everything day. After that.
Yep.
How much fun was last year getting into the playoffs, winning the playoff game, getting that co-championship? You guys worked so hard, as every football team does. But to finally see all that come together and get a championship. Yeah,
it was great to see the hard work paid off, especially with the seniors. I mean, they really set the standard for us. So it was great to see all the stuff we put in, all the hard work we put in, all the dedication. It was great to beat McKinley for the first time in, 17 years? Yeah. It was great to see all that kind of play through. So
I usually ask the basketball players when they come in, where's the toughest place to play, because they got the fans right on top of them.
yeah.
On football now, where are some of the toughest places for you to play? When you get on the bus on a Friday, say, man, this is going to be tough.
Guys, I hate Lake Stadium. I do not like Lake Stadium. It's because every time you play Lake, it's either cold or rainy, and I just don't like how it's like a bowl.
Yeah.
It's like just straight down. So yeah, I say Lake is definitely one of my least favorites. Gotta go with Hoover. Just don't want to go to rival side. But every other stadium is not too bad. Those are probably my top two. So
yeah, we talked about you playing youth football over at Jackson. How much fun has it been starting to play your football career with those kids back in 3rd, 4th, and 5th? You're moving up from the B League to the A League. How many of those guys are you still playing with? How much fun has it been to come through the program with your friends?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, there's probably not a lot of people that I've been playing with. I mean, I guess Eck and Keegan are really the only two I can remember from Pee Wee football. I mean, you always lose a lot of guys along the way, so yeah, Eck, Keegan, maybe a couple others that I'm missing, but yeah, not many. But it's really cool to see that people going through and just how it works out.
Yeah, that's the fun part of it, coming up with a lot of your friends. Best of luck to you this year. I look forward to watching you play a lot of football.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we may have Coach Rohr take a back seat here, because we got a couple of guys that can't wait to get up here. They've been looking forward to this all day long, to being on TV. So we're going to bring them on now and talk a little football right after this.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime we picked the best program.
Only returning starter on that offensive line. Tell us about the development of the group during this preseason, and what's it look like for the offensive line coming into the year?
Yeah, so we have a lot of guys that have stepped up and are willing to move up and play. And Coach Dixon, our line coach, talked to me about stepping up and being a leader. So I've had to lead those guys so they can step up and play.
Yeah, we talked to Lucas about the chemistry between the quarterback and the wide receivers. Chemistry in that offensive line's got to be crucial. How's that coming along? And are the young guys you're with, or more seniors? So how's that group line up for you?
Yeah, so there's a couple seniors and then there's a couple juniors that doesn't really matter. I've led them and just talk to each other.
Of course, you got to be a leader now. You're the only returning starter. Is that something you like to do, or is it something you're forced to do, or how is that working out for you?
Yeah, I like to do it. Last year, Brendan Earl or Robbie Eberhardt, they were two
big leaders for me, so they really taught me a lot on how to be a leader.
Yeah. Tell us about the total offense. Of course, you got a returning quarterback that's one of the best in the area. Tell us about some of the goals you think the offense has set this year as far as getting in the end zone and scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, the expectation really hasn't left since last year. Having a lot of rushing yards, having a lot of passing yards, really doesn't matter being federally champions again.
Yeah. Tell us about weight training at Jackson, because you're a guy that's had to develop strength and mobility, got to have good feet to play offensive line. That development in the weight room, where you were maybe as a freshman to where you are right now.
Yeah, I think Coach Pollack, our strength trainer, does a really good job teaching us the ways in the weight room. Definitely.
What's it like in the weight room at Jackson? You guys have a lot of fun as it gets serious. You got music playing. Tell us, maybe fans that have never been in a high school weight room, what it's like.
Yeah, so we have a lot of guys yelling, a lot of cheering people up, and you know, motivating them, and then the music, obviously.
What's it like maybe in that first series? You come on as an offense. When do you develop the confidence who you're going against that you can handle them across the line? Does that come first series, second series, or where does it kind of kick in for you?
Yeah, so the start of the game, we come out, we're ready to go. We don't care who it is. We'll ground and pound. We'll run the ball. Yeah, of course, last year was a championship, and that had to be special. That offensive line, as you grew together, when did you feel like this is going to be a special group last year? Definitely in the later days of team camp, going into two-a-days and going into the first scrimmages. You look forward to your 2 days, or is that something you got to get through and get that opening game? Yeah, we get through it. I mean, it's the last time I'm doing it, so I got to make the best of it. Yeah, we talked to a couple of guys we had on here before about how much they're going to miss high school football. I'll ask you the same thing. You've been playing football, I'm sure, your entire life. What's it going to be like when you can't put that Jackson jersey on again? It's going to be tough. It's been a lot of fun. What about your future? What do you hope to do? Well, I hope to make it to the next level, play for college, get a business degree. I take construction at Jackson, so I hope to own a business at some point. Okay, well, best of luck with that offensive line, and look forward to watching you play a lot. Thank you. All right, Keegan, you're part of that offensive line. That tight end's got a lot of blocking responsibilities. You also got to be able to catch the football. How do you fit in with that group as far as being a leader, you think?
Just stay at it, you know. We got to run the ball. We got to be able to run the ball. Just work up front, you know.
Now, do you feel like you're best at blocking for that tight end, or maybe catching the football?
Yeah, so I've been an O-lineman my whole life, besides like high school.
Always been a tight end, or?
No, so I used to play like guard and tackle, like in my younger days. So like my blocking just kind of carried over, and I'm developing in like routes and stuff and like catching. Yeah. So
they must have seen something that says, I got good hands, I can catch the football, for you to move from interior lineman outside to tight end. So that says a lot for you, your ability to catch the football.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad I have the chance to play tight end now. I wasn't a fan of the line, you know. Have fun now, running the ball. Like
how often do you get come back on the sidelines after a series? You talk to Lucas, you say, hey, I want to catch the football. I can beat this guy ahead of me. How about throwing me the football?
I rarely do that. I like blocking up front, you know. Okay. I like when we're running the ball. I love having good run games.
What's the challenge of playing tight end? You got to move your feet, of course, to get in front of people, but
I would say knowing more of like plays, because I got to pass responsibilities and then run responsibilities.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah.
Okay. Final question: what will we see you doing next year?
I'm looking to play in college.
Any ideas yet?
No idea yet.
It's wide open.
Yep.
Well, I know what you're going to be doing next Friday night. You're going to be playing against Chardon, so best of luck, and look forward to watching you play a lot of football.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks again to head coach Jay Rohr and the Polar Bears. Next week, Canton Central Catholic will be here. Have a great week, everybody.